Well, the book is on 14 points actually to explain the misconception of China in Europe. And by explaining the misconception, I explain why it is like this. It's a deliberate situation. It's not because people do not have any knowledge. It's because we fed them with the wrong knowledge. So it's rather my French publisher that gave me first by email all those questions. At first, you'll be surprised, I didn't want to write the book because I thought it would be pointless. But the end result was, after 6 months of writing, the publisher told me, I can't publish that. So I say, well, do you realize that actually why you're not going to publish that? Because you don't like it? Because you have the proper answer? And so actually you want me to do some kind of propaganda anti-China. So that was the end of our discussion. So that was a strange experience because my first publisher, I have been publishing books with him for 10 years. And then I discovered that he was like the others. Although he was talking to me every day and say, oh, you have a very good knowledge of things, tell me what's going on. He was not interested. When I explain in the book, my first time in Asia was in Singapore. Before that, I was living in Africa. China also was nowhere. So when I came, first I discovered there was a place here where people were different, but were doing things. That was really a discovery for me. Where in Europe, it seems that we have stopped making things 300 years ago. In our lifetime, we do nothing. We actually see things crumbling. So that vast difference struck me as, something that needs to be explained. Because I could see in China that they were building things, doing things, improving things, and their only view was to make it better for everyone. But what happened in Europe is, with the so-called democracy, we elect people every 3 years or every 4 years. They all want to have a say and say something to get elected, because the purpose of the election is to get elected, not to do things. It's two different matters, and we have no relay under to carry on the projects. I think there is 2 points that I'm trying to make in the book. One is China works. You can see it everywhere. I find what happened with Shenzhen is amazing. I ask everyone in Europe, stop talking about whatever, just go to Shenzhen and think that 30 years ago, it was smaller than the smallest city in Europe. My point is to raise their awareness and also their curiosity to say, but what he says, I want to see it. The second point I want to make is that we have to be tolerant. All this is happening in a system we don't even understand how it works. And we are unable to understand because we don't have the same vision. And if we read this, we should say, if I don't understand, I don't touch it. I just have to respect it, like I respect people. Otherwise, I abuse people. I will have a better life. Even if today it's a bit tough, I know it's moving in the right direction. It's very hard to say that in Europe. So the message of the book is just look how wonderful it is to see countries being built up and see the people enjoying their life. They are optimistic people. That's the message I would like the people get from the book, to say, we can live peacefully being different.